Hi, thanks for watching. Today, Tuesday, August 4th. What happened to our summer? Oh my God. Anyway, today I want to talk about this survey that came out from the Cato Institute about people withholding their opinion based on politics. But I do want to give a caveat right at the beginning. Anytime you take a think tank as a source, there can be a lot of bias there, okay? And so the specific numbers of this survey are not really that important. I'm just going to talk about the ideas behind it because we shouldn't really be listening to think tanks. There's a lot of an agenda behind most think tanks. But this one was interesting, and I've seen it reported in the news the last couple of weeks. And this was this survey that came out July 22nd. Poll, 62% of Americans say they have political views they're afraid to share. And they talked about how, based on your political ideology, you might keep your mouth shut. Now, people on the woke left, apparently they're fine. They can say anything they want to. Everybody else, a good number of them would keep their mouth closed. But there's also people across the political spectrum that don't care, and they're going to say what they think anyway, right? But one thing that I found in this survey really interesting dealt with people under 30, okay? Now, for people under 30, they found that 27% were fine with an executive of a company being fired because they donated to Biden. 27%. And when it came to Trump, it was even more. 44% of people under 30 were fine with an executive being fired because they donated to Trump. Now you put that together, and that's like 3 out of 4 people under 30 are fine firing somebody because they donated to a candidate that they don't like. And to me, that seems un-American. That seems crazy to me. I can't even relate to this in the slightest. Now, maybe if there was a company and they were all supporting some politics that I didn't care for, well, I might boycott them. Maybe I don't shop at that store, or I don't get my insurance from that company. That's fair. But to just say they shouldn't be able to have a livelihood, they shouldn't be able to work, right? Oh, you donated to Trump? Well, you can't work anymore. You can't get a job. Now, of course, the jobs they're talking about are all the high-paying jobs. I don't think people are trying to fire, a garbage collector or, someone that works at the supermarket, but who knows? I guess they'd be fine with that as well. It just really strikes me as being un-American. And I would be in big trouble if I had a job anymore. I was laid off at the beginning of this coronavirus. Who knows if that'll ever come back? I don't know. But I have donated to a lot of different candidates. In fact, I've donated to candidates I despise just because I wanted to find out what they were sending their donors, right? So this last Democratic primary, I gave to Tulsi. I liked Tulsi. I gave to Bernie. I gave to Kamala, who I despise. I gave something to Pete, who I cannot stand at all. I gave something to Booker and Yang, I think. So I donated to all of them, a small amount, but I just wanted to see what they were sending people that donated to them. Sometimes you can get a really good idea about a candidate based on the emails that you get after you give them some money. It's a little bit different than what they tell the public. And so I did that. I donated to a lot of different candidates so I could get on their emailing lists and find out what they really thought, But now that's all public record. In fact, long before Trump was elected, back when he was running right at the beginning, before he even got the nomination, I thought it'd be kind of fun to get one of the red hats, as a souvenir, because I didn't think he would win the nomination or anything like that. But I thought it'd be a fun souvenir. But I stopped myself from getting The hat, I went online and I was going to buy one of the hats just to have as a souvenir. I can't wear it here in Portland. I'd be murdered probably. But I thought about just getting a hat for a souvenir. And at the bottom of the form, it said, if you buy merchandise, you are giving a campaign donation. And I thought about it and I'm like, man, I live in Portland. I can't be on record of giving anything to Donald Trump, and so I didn't get the official hat. That was my own. I was worried about that myself, but to think that 3 out of 4 people under 30 think that people should get fired because they have a different political opinion just because they donated to a different candidate than what they like. Man, that's really tough. It's hard for me to have any respect for someone that has such an asinine view of the world. We should all be allowed to work. We should all be allowed to have a job despite political opinions. And that's really scary if that's really how people think. Now, again, this is from the Cato Institute. It's a think tank. I don't know that I would trust the numbers 100%, but it was shocking to see that so many young people felt that way. And I would like to know, what do you think about that? Do you think an executive of a company should be fired because they donated to someone that you don't care for? Let me know your thoughts in the comments and have an awesome day. Peace.